Good morning everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now at this point it's been quite a while since I've done any release day flipping. I think maybe the last time I did it was actually the Twisted League. Well, if you didn't know, today the Trailblazer reward shop has been activated, meaning that you can purchase items from it and sell them in the Grand Exchange. Now I've woken up probably 3 or 4 hours after the release of the shop, and right now thousands of Trailblazer items and Twisted League items are being dumped into the game. So we're going to try some day one flipping, maybe for an hour or so. As always guys, if you do enjoy my videos, I really appreciate it if you leave the video a like. Gives me a nice warm fuzzy feeling inside for every like I get, so it's greatly appreciated. Anyway, let's get started. Now before we get into this, let's have a quick look at the reward shop. Now the Trailblazer reward shop consists of a Trailblazer teleport scroll, Trailblazer rug, Trailblazer banner, the Trailblazer tool ornament kit, the Trailblazer globe, the Trailblazer graceful die, and the 3 tiers of the relic hunter set. Now based on my experience from last year and what the wiki is stating, all of these items will have a buy-in limit of 5, which makes it a little tricky. So to be honest, I'm most likely going to try this on one account first and then move on to the second account I'm going to record on. As the Trailblazer buy-in limits are so low, it's going to be much more effective to have 2 accounts to work with. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so I originally started with 500 mil cash, but that was way more than I would ever need. You'd probably be easily fine with a tenth of that being 50 mil. Now because Trailblazer was so much more popular than Twisted League, the rewards are extremely cheap right now. Honestly, at the current prices, I think you'd be much better off buying the Twisted League rewards if you're trying to bank out the most money. As we started in the corner there with the Trailblazer teleport, one of the cheaper items. Now because there's such a huge volume of items coming to the game right now, price checking, great, you could try it out, but the price swings so quickly that at this velocity, you're probably just much better off getting a general idea of where the price is and just waiting. So next up here, we're just going to try a random Trailblazer piece. We're going to try the Trailblazer Tier 1 top. It's so cheap right now. Like I said, I tried this on my main account already. It's somewhere around 200 or 300k, maybe a bit more, but we're going to try buying them for 225. I was not awake when the reward shop dropped, so I'm kind of curious what the first couple sold for. I'm sure not much based on how cheap they are now. So next up, we're going to try for one of the more expensive ones. We're going to try for the Trailblazer Graceful Ornament Kit. Now, I'm not really certain if this is just 1 or 6. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. It said pack of 6 on the wiki, but the buy-in limit is also 5. Anyway, we were trying to go for a 100k margin, but we bought them instantly. So we're just going to still try to go for it and just leave it at that. Okay, we already sold one. That's looking pretty good. 100k just like that. Maybe we could go for a bit more than that. Okay, literally like a second later, they're pretty much all sold off. So that's like the quickest 500k of my life. And we've also bought a couple of the Trailblazer teleport scrolls as well. Someone's gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong here, but is it kind of weird that the Trailblazer Graceful Ornament Kit has a buy-in limit of 5 when you actually need 6 of them to color all of your Graceful? I'm not sure if that's intended or not, or maybe I'm totally misinterpreting this, but that seems kind of strange. Okay, so per Trailblazer teleport scroll, we are making, well, 70k, so it's not amazing, but it's very quick. Okay, so next up here, we're going to try something kind of interesting. What we are going to attempt to do is to make a Trailblazer Tier 3 set. We're going to do a item combination flip here by combining the hood, the boots, the top and the bottom, and I think we should hopefully be able to get around a 500k to 600k margin doing that, maybe even more. I'm not really sure how well this is going to work because there are a lot of moving parts here. We got 4 different items to combine, but we'll give it a shot. I think the last price I checked the Trailblazer Tier 3 set at was actually 8,400. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Okay, so we already got one of each of them. We'll go to the Grand Exchange and combine them into the set. Okay, from here we're going to try selling them for maybe 8.5 mil or something like that. Let me do a quick calculation here. Oh wow, that's actually a huge margin of around 1 mil 20k per item set combination. So hopefully people are buying these. They were earlier. We went ahead and purchased all of the teleport scrolls for 455k. We'll probably just dump them in here for around 520, only a 70k margin, but that's still 200k in profit. Okay, so the relic hunter pieces are coming through very quickly. And there we go, guys, just like that, we already sold off the tier 3 set for a 1 mil profit. Okay, wow, these things are coming through so quickly right now. The only thing that's kind of lagging is the Trailblazer hood, but we've already almost purchased everything. That's crazy. We're gonna take a 1 mil profit just like that on the Trailblazer set, and I suppose we'll just collect everything else. Okay, so we actually ended up changing the price of the Trailblazer hood by about 20k or so, and that did the trick. They started coming through again. So it looks like we have actually quite a few set combinations already purchased. Okay, well, 2, that looked like a lot more for some reason. That said though, if everything goes to plan, that should just be another 2 mil profit. We're gonna dump them in there for 84.50 once again. Okay, so there we go. We sold off all of the teleport scrolls. That means we have done all of them. 70k margin on each, which means in total a 350k profit. Objectively pretty good, but not very exciting compared to the other stuff we got going on. Okay, we got an additional set here, which means we're up to 4 already combined with only 1 more to go. Now, next up here, we're going to try another item, and that's going to be the Trailblazer Rug. The Trailblazer Rug is going for around 2,500. A little confused why that one's so expensive, but look at that. We just got 2 sales on the tier 3 Hunter set. Immediately, just like that, that is another 2 mil in profit without even trying. That was actually so easy. We're actually going to take out our tier 1 buy offer. No luck on that one, but in the end, I don't think it would have been that important. At the current prices, it looks like a Dragon Cup participant would have around 30 mil in loot from all that, so definitely not worth it time-wise. Now next up here, we're going to try the Trailblazer Globe for around 2 mil. Oh, there we go, guys. Another Trailblazer tier 3 set is sold. That is our 4th one, which means we've already made 4 mil just on the set combination. Which means I just have 1 left to do. I might just go ahead and insta-buy the item, perhaps. Be nice just to finish this off cleanly. Okay, we'll go up to 1664, and there we go. We bought it for 1600. Which will be our final tier 3 set combination. Oh my god, there we go. Another one sold, and there we go. And that is going to be our 5 mil profit right there. That's really exciting. Now we just finished up with the tier 3 set combination, but honestly, I might as well try it with the tier 2. The tier 2, I think, is going for around 2 or 3 mil in total, so we're definitely going to be putting in much lower offers. That said, still incredibly cheap. Okay, well, all of a sudden we just purchased a bunch of globes. I mean, that would be my pick, honestly, if I wasn't such a noob and had no points. Now I'm actually going to move on now to a Twisted League item. We're probably just going to try out the Twisted Blueprint and the Twisted Horn. I'm not really going to mess around with the other lesser valuable sets because I think these are the 2 most popular items. Now, because you can spend your current points on past leagues, the Twisted items have a lot more volume right now than they normally do. Hey, there we go. We got our very first rug sold for a 250k margin. Now we've combined one of the tier 2 set, and we're going to try selling them for around 2600, which, let me do a little quick calculation here. I'm so confused by that. The margin is actually 950k. That is such a good return on investment. And just as I'm talking, we sell it. Oh man. This thing is 3 times cheaper than the tier 3 set, yet somehow has pretty much the same margin. Okay, things are moving quite quickly right now. We have multiple tier 2 set items coming through. We have a Trailblazer Rug. We have a Twisted Blueprint, which we're hoping to get actually a 500k margin on it. Prices are swinging back and forth so much. Margins are changing constantly, which leaves room obviously for a huge margin. And what's really good about this is at worst, I'm potentially going to lose maybe 10 or 20 mil. It's pretty low risk considering how cheap these items are. Okay, so we ended up lowering the blueprint a little bit, and like a couple seconds later, it sold off for 2600, which is still a very respectable 350k margin on the blueprint. Honestly, I think the twisted items might be just as good. Okay, so we're going to dump a second one in there for 2600, which will be another quick 350k profit. Now, one little issue we're kind of experiencing right now is we don't have any room. This is actually kind of crazy hectic. Honestly, at this rate, I might be able to finish all of the Trailblazer items in under half an hour. Okay, so we got 2 sales on the Trailblazer Rug, which is a quick, cool 500k profit with another one bought as well. I readjusted the price on the Trailblazer boots because we really want to do this as quickly as possible. So there is another Twisted Blueprint sale for 350k in profit. There is another rug sale for another 250k. We are just getting constant sales here. Things are moving very, very quickly, but I'm liking our margins. Now the other Twisted League item I'm going to try is the Twisted Horns, which have actually held more value than pretty much all of the other Trailblazer League items. We're going to buy them for $41.75. Good news though, we have another tier 2 set combination coming through, which is another 1 mil profit just like that. That's amazing. Also, 2 Twisted Horns coming through, which we'll probably try to get around a 300 or 400k margin on them, which means we'll dump them in here for around 4,500. So we're already kind of on the final stretch here. We're running out of items to do. We just have to finish off the tier 2 set combination, a couple other random items, but then we are pretty much going to be done. There we go. 2 more blueprints sold off for a 400k profit. 800k just like that. Amazing. I forgot how good release day flipping can be. And really I'm not risking much here either, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Okay, so we have purchased all of the Twisted Horns. We're looking to sell them for $44.50. And just like that, there is another tier 2 set combination coming through, which will be our second to last one, I think. Man, just with the way things are going, I will have made nearly probably 9 or 10 mil just on the tier 2 and tier 3 set combinations. Those are by a large margin the best item we've done today. Oh my god, lots of sales coming through right now, which means we're actually almost done. We'll go ahead and combine one more item here. We'll dump that in here for $25.70, but on top of that, we have loads of sales coming through. Looks like we have 3 Twisted Horn sales already. We sold a Twisted Rug for 250k in profit. We pretty much have our last tier 2 set combination ready. And I think that's actually all we're going to do, guys. We're going to go ahead and take out the Twisted Horns, which we made, I think, about a 300k margin on 5 of them. It's about 1.5 mil, just like that. The Twisted Blueprint we're going to take out, and I guess we'll just wait for these last 2 tier 2 sets to sell off, and we'll be done. Okay, there we go, guys. We sold one of them for $25.30. One of them we decided to instantly dump for 2 mil each. I was getting a little impatient, and it looks like we didn't actually lose very much on that. Wow, so that was very hectic. I had things under control, then all of a sudden, things were getting kind of crazy. It looks like we did pretty well for ourselves, though. We started again at 500 mil, and we're ending today at 513 mil, which means if we price check this, we made 13.7 mil in, well, 39 minutes. In hindsight, I think we forgot one item, that being the Twisted Ornament kit for the tools, but in the end, not a big deal. So you know what, just over 14 mil in around half an hour. I think that's a pretty good hourly rate. Now before I go here, I want to give a massive shout out to another new Dragon tier member by the name of Brian Robinson. Thank you so much. You are the 8th person to subscribe to that tier currently. You guys are crazy. Joining Zach Stoppa, Cappy, Zayol, James Loved, Brad Sings, Ocelot, and Kush Patel. Also a big shout out to Birdbot and Base Stitch for subscribing at the Runite tier. As always, if you guys are looking for another way to support the channel, it would mean a lot, and you'll get access to my video release schedule, get immortalized in my videos, and get a custom Discord role. Anyway guys, thanks again, and I'll see you next time.